Guys, do subscribe the Gate Hunt and press the bell icon to receive notifications on latest jobs updates, Gate talks and video lectures on Gate and IES. Hi guys, welcome to this third lecture of Engineering Ethics for GS for IES. So guys, in the last lecture, we discussed about belief, attitude and values. So now in this lecture, we will talk about some more details of values. So what are the values that I have told you already? That values are highly entrenched beliefs about what is important to us. That is, values are embedded at the deepest level of our psychology. So guys, here this important means that we may have beliefs about not important things also, but then those beliefs which are about not important things, they don't make part of our value system. Guys, moving on, the second important point of values is that values are stable. Like I have told you about hierarchy among belief, attitude and values, at that time I told you that it is very difficult to change our values. Guys, moving on, a belief becomes a value when person's commitment to it grows. And we may have values about a whole lot of things like wealth, happiness, career, family, etc. So these are all important areas for every person. So about these issues, whatever entrenched belief we have got, they become our values. Guys, moving on, now let's talk about human values. So the human values are universal moral values. So what does this universal means? So here this universal means that those moral values which are accepted globally are called human values. So I have already told about that moral values means values which are regarding good and bad behavior. So guys, one example of these human values can be honesty. So why this honesty is a human value? Because it is fitting in this definition of human values. Because universally it is accepted that honesty is a moral value. Guys, moving on, now let's talk about that what are the various effects of human values. So these values brings humanity closer. Moreover, these are the foundations of meaningful life in any society. So for example, if a particular group of people decides one day that we will not follow human values, then survival of that group becomes very difficult and they will not have a meaningful life. Guys, moving on, the human values gives direction to our moral values. So if in a particular situation we are not clear about our moral values, then we can see the human values for our guidance. So guys, now we will discuss some human values in detail, because in exam a question may be framed directly from any of the human values. So the various human values that we will be discussing are trust, honesty, courage, kindness, forgiveness, humility, gratitude, hope, empathy, and compassion. Guys, first of all, let us talk about trust. So, guys, the trust means confidence or reliance on some person or thing. So, this is the definition of trust according to Oxford's dictionary. Guys, moving on, trust comprises of two basic components, among which the first one is trustfulness and the second one is trustworthiness. So what does this trustfulness means? Trustfulness means person's willingness to trust others. And when it happens that a person is willing to trust others, means the person is trustful, then the person becomes trustworthy. That is, others will also start thinking that this fellow is worthy of trust. That is, we can trust this person. So from here, we can say that trustworthiness is when others start thinking that this person is worthy of trust. Guys, moving on, various factors leading to trustworthiness on a person are, first one is trustfulness and second one is competence of the person. So competence here means ability of a person to do something successfully or efficiently. So these are the factors which leads to trustworthiness. Guys, moving on, now let's talk about the second human value, that is honesty. So honesty comprises of two components. First one is truthfulness and second one is trustworthiness. So truthfulness means telling truth, whereas trustworthiness means efforts done by you to ensure that others start thinking that this person is worthy of trust. And how will you enhance your trustworthiness? whatever responsibilities are given to you in trust, you will fulfill those responsibilities in order to enhance your trustworthiness, as discussed earlier. Guys, moving on, various types of honesties are honesty in speech, honesty in action, and honesty in belief. So honesty in speech means that you should not be pretending in front of others, which means that we should not deceive others through our speech. For example, let us consider that a person is saying that he is an army colonel and he is not army colonel. So he is deceiving others by his speech. So he is dishonest with regard to his speech. Guys, moving on, the second type of honesty is honesty in action. So one example of this kind of honesty is that we should not be stealing others' property. And the third type of honesty is honesty in belief, which means that we should not be doing self deception. So for some reason, suppose a person is not good in mathematics, but for some reason this person is not accepting this. On some baseless ground, this person has developed a belief that no, I am really good in mathematics, I am really good in mathematics. So this is the self deception that this fellow is doing, and this is a form of dishonesty in belief. Guys, moving on, now let's discuss various forms of dishonesty. So, various forms of dishonesty are lie, deliberate deception, and prejudice. Guys, talking about lies, so lies involves which is false. So it is ordinarily stated in words. Guys, as you all know that all communication is not through words only. A lot of communication is done through gestures. So when lying is done, it is done through words and not through gestures. Guys, moving on, the third point about lies is that in case of lies, the intention is deception. That is, earning profits by making fool of others. Guys, moving on, let's talk about deliberate deception. So guys, there is a difference between deception and deliberate deception. So in case of deliberate deception, you are not telling lies, but still you are deceiving without telling lies. So that becomes a deliberate deception, but not lies. For example, using of exaggerated praise or criticism. Guys, moving on, talking about prejudice. So prejudice means a negative attitude about someone or something without any evidence. For example, white people in US are having many thumb rules against the black people. So those prejudices are not good for the society and are not acceptable. So we have discussed various different forms of dishonesty. First one was lie, and second one was deliberate deception, and third one was prejudice. And you need to be clear that in deliberate deception, lying is not done, and also in case of prejudice, lying is not done. So all these things, that is lie, deliberate deception, and prejudice, are distinct. Guys, moving on, let's talk about various leads to dishonesty. Here, this leads to dishonesty means a particular action which is not dishonesty in itself, but if you are doing that, it means you are moving towards dishonesty. So we will now be talking about various actions which are not dishonesty in itself, but if we do that, it means we are moving towards dishonesty. So various leads to dishonesty are: first one is not seeking truth, and second one is not maintaining confidentiality. So if someone is behaving in these two ways, then the person is not being dishonest as such, but these are the ways or routes to the dishonesty. So if the person keeps on behaving in these ways, at some point of time, real dishonesty will be done by the person. Guys, moving on, now let's talk about other type of human value, which is courage. So courage means capacity to overcome fear. Guys, talking about the main definition of courage, so it is the disposition to voluntarily act, perhaps fearfully, in a dangerous circumstance where the relevant risks are reasonably appraised in an effort to obtain or preserve some perceived good for self or other, recognizing that the desired perceived good may not be realized. So here voluntarily means that the courageous action should be voluntary action and not under the force in difficult situations. And moreover, this appraised means that a courage is the action which is taken in difficult situations after analyzing and evaluating the risks. And here, this thing that perceived good may not be realized means that the realization must be there that the unexpected results might come out. So, without analyzing the risk voluntarily, if somebody jumps into a deep well, then it will not be considered as courageous action. So, there should be analysis of relevant risk, and there should be a realization that unexpected results might come out. So, guys, from here we can conclude that courage is mastery of fear and not fearfulness. Guys, do hit the like button and do subscribe the Gate Hunt and press the bell icon to receive notifications on latest jobs updates, Gate talks and video lectures on Gate and IES.